Hey, everybody, you are watching and listening to the We Are RIIZN podcast. This is your host, Andrew Benjamin. I got two special new things with us one, a new guest, and new microphone. So if you're in the chat room, whatever, please let me know how this microphone sounds. But more importantly, we have a new guest of us. We got Tausif, who will be on to preview RIIZN 53 with me. Tausif, just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are. How did you get into MMA, and how did your RIIZN JMMA fandom start?
Hello, I'm Tausif. Uh, I'm a JMMA fan and a regular listener of We Are RIIZN podcast. I've been watching combat sports since 2020, and my first introduction to JMMA was Hagiwara versus Hiramoto. During that period, I started watching JMMA. So I think that's all you need to know about me.
Okay, gotcha. Great. And you are part of the RIIZN Discord family, and thank you again for following the podcast, joining Discord, and all that stuff, and your fandom and everything else is much appreciated, sir. Thank you very much, Tausif.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Before we get into RIIZN 53, let's see. Tausif, we do have, our good friend T-San is in chat. He wants to know why you like Koki Akeda player.
Takahashi-san is a wonderful person. He's an encyclopedia of knowledge. I like Akada because he's my favorite Black Rose member. So I just, appreciate his antics.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
And I just as I predict, remember we talked about this off air. I was like, oh, we should. Someone in the chat's gonna bring up Inoue Nakatani, and I was like, nah, we don't even have to. Someone will bring it up. Okay. Hamza, you're breaking the ice on it. So, what did you watch? Inoue Nakatani on Tausif?
Yes, I got to watch it.
It. By the way, it just came out today that that show grossed 50 million yen, and it barely outsold the match. It is officially the highest grossing combat sports show in Japan ever. What did you think about that match? Inoue versus Nakatani.
I felt it was amazing. It was a technical fight. If I really want to describe the fight, it felt like a slow roast. Like first they were like feeling each other out, and in the later rounds it got excited. And altogether, it was a phenomenal fight. I really enjoyed it.
Who's going to be next for Inoue at this point? Is there somebody else? I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but is there somebody that they're talking about who will be his possible next opponent?
Possibly, like if they have any mandatory defenses, they could pick one. Or I'm up for a rematch, I think.
Against Nakatani?
Yeah, sure. Probably not immediately. I think probably after a mandatory defense.
Actually, I see right here, Inoue ready to face Bam Rodriguez, and my brain already thought they already had a match. So that looks like maybe what will be next for Inoue, Bam Rodriguez. By the way, also as well, if for everybody in the chat, let me know how this microphone sounds. And I want to know how. I just need because it's the first time using the new professional podcast mic. Just give me a thumbs up. If it sounds good, it sounds like shit, whatever. What was it? I'm seeing. Okay, in the chat, let's see. Thank you. As crisp as ever. Oh yeah, say Bam Rodriguez. Everybody's talking about in Bam Rodriguez. Yeah, some guys who own the gym in Tokyo, Tisan says that in Tokyo said that sponsors had a hard time getting tickets for that show. Yeah, so yeah, that was a thank you, Chris. Just got to get a new camera at this point, and I'll be Mr. Beast level in no time. Did you watch anything else, by the way, from this week? Because we had the boxing match, we had PFL, we had Karate Combat, UFC. If you wanted to torture yourself, maybe stay up to watch Black Combat. Did you watch anything else from the weekend's combat? Oh, Game Bread as well. Did you watch anything else, Tausif?
I've only watched Takeru versus Rotten.
Oh, I totally forgot about that because that was in the middle of the week. I forgot about that. Sorry, 120, but sorry, I meant Korean MMA. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? That Takeru went out on a win.
It's probably one of the most beautiful retirement fight I've ever seen. Like from the start to finish, it was perfect. And I think for in a while, like my heart was pounding from start to finish, like first minute until the fight ended. So yeah, it was amazing.
I actually still have to watch it in full. I only watched highlights, but I'm gonna try to get that to hopefully this week. But yeah, Tisan, that Deep show today looks amazing. If anybody has that Deep subscription, tonight's I think it's all it is just title fights. Or the main show is all title fights, with the exception of the Megaton title. So yeah, the bantamweight title, featherweight, I think lightweight. There's flyweight as well. Oh no, I don't think strawweight is being defended as well because I think Ochi is still the strawweight champion if I remember correctly. But yeah, that Deep show looks amazing too. Let me just see. Do you subscribe to the Deep YouTube channel, Tausif?
Yeah, I'm subscribed, but I didn't. I'm not in the paid subscription list.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I regularly watch the fights whenever they upload.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Deep 131. Yeah. Let's see. We got 145, 155, 135. That's gonna have Genosuke on that. 125. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I got confused. Okay. Yeah, strawweight will be defended. Ochi doesn't have the time. I forgot about that. 170 is not being defended as well. But yeah, no, this card looks. I mean, I could give a fuck about this fight, the heavyweight fight, but yeah, that's gonna be a great card. I don't know if I'm gonna stay up to watch it, but I'll maybe watch the first 4 or 5 matches or something. PFL Legend Izumi, like you said, like 128 bits. Tisan says today deep. Many rising fighters show up. Also, Juice Akazawa versus Kendaichi could be considered a potential Japan heavyweight. Oh boy, the less said about that, the better. Unfortunately, yeah. We're here to talk about the RIIZN 53 show. Not gonna lie, not feeling this card compared to the other shows that have so far happened this year. And this is going to be a consequence of a show every year. Every month, excuse me. J-Wolf, I know you're in the chat. You want a show every month? That's fine. But now you're going to get shows like this. the number shows, which are supposed to be the bigger ones usually, you're gonna have cards like this that are just gonna feel like subpar. Like I think so far, like I think that since the pandemic, this might be RIIZN's weakest card to date. Um, what do you think on paper, Talsip? What do you think? How do you think this show looks?
Uh, I like to be a positive-minded person, so like I have no interest to bad mouth about this card. But if I really want to put it in a nice way, like just like you said, uh, having a card every month, uh, it's a great thing, but it has its repercussions, and the 53 card is a good example that you know that you may like this card lacks firepower. I feel like that it feels like a puzzle with a few missing pieces. It's my overall, and I think they're uh, trying to reserve a few big names for later bigger events, especially the summer festival in Osaka. I think they're trying to hold some fighters before that event.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I saw on the chat who said, yeah, Sen for Anime King. They put Ren on to boost ticket sales. That's also why they put Kouzi because he's a good seller for the Kansai region, which the show will be in Kobe. I also think they were going to put on. I think they were going if Hagiwara had a quick win in his fight. I feel like they were going to put him on this card. It makes no sense that they were just going to have him be on Fukuoka and not on a show in Kobe. It makes no sense in my opinion. The other thing also is having a special standing bout, as a RIIZN calls it, and it's it's a week after Inoue Nakatani. I think is ballsy to and you're putting on Hiramoto versus Kouzi as that. I think that is something. That is a move that is a thought that or what I forgot what the saying is. Uh, that is something else. The other thing also is ticket prices are still kind of expensive for this show. Yeah, actually, Hamza has a great point. Nakatani Inoue tickets are cheap. Plus, unlike other boxing, you saw lots of normal working class people in attendance, even in the front row. Jay, it is not. That is not the answer, and that is even less of a good thing to have two events every month. But right now I have the let's see. So right now this is what these are the tickets for the show. So right now VVIP has a few seats left. VIP is sold out. What is still available is everything else. And if you look at those prices, so let's see. SRE seats 33,000 yen. S seats 22,000, A seats 11,000. It used to be 1-to-1 ratio for Japanese yen to US dollars. So I think I'm trying to do the math in my head, but maybe someone in the thing chat can do it. I mean, those are relatively expensive. I think those are expensive prices for a show like this. Yeah. Tausif, do you think fans are the reason why so many tickets are available is because fans just kind of think it's also a subpar show, even with Ren and Kouzi going to be what their thing on the card?
Yeah, this card lacks firepower.
Mm-hmm.
Big names. I mean, they did the good thing about filling the card with the local names who are from the Kansai region. They filled the card uh, with fighters from that area, but they're not big names. They're just local fighters. So I think to have a lightweight title match as main event uh, does provide a bit of, this card does have a bit of prestige of a numbered event. But like if you remove the main event, it feels weakly structured. So like you could convince someone that it's a good landmark event without the lightweight title match. So it's weak, but we'll sit down and watch.
Yeah, I think I also think RIIZN was hoping that Sakuraba was going to win the Gustavo fight, and they would have Sakuraba versus if he was cleared to compete, Nazimov in this match instead, because RIIZN rarely in this era books foreigner versus foreigner matchups, but every title besides the flyweight title is by a foreigner, not a Japanese person. So it can result in matches like this, which I like. I like the main event the most. I'm really excited for that. But also, go ahead.
Yeah, it's great, but for Taisei, I think it was a big ask early in his career to beat Gustavo, and again he has to face Nazimov. Like if he beat Gustavo, then it's Nazimov, so it's a nightmarish sequence of matches for him.
T-Son's also bring up a good point as well. This is coming off, in a way, Nakatani, Takaru retirement. So this also, say if you're a big hardcore fan, you're going to have to pick and choose. You can't go to all three. If you are deciding what you want to see, if you love MMA, you're probably going to talk or if MMA kickboxing, you're probably going to go to the one show. If you like boxing, you're obviously going to go to, in a way, Nakatani. So yeah, it's this card is coming at a very unfortunate. It's following a bunch of other, I guess, more prestigious events as well. That doesn't help as well. And maybe if they did the show somewhere else, not Kobe, where like maybe the problem is that all those those other shows were in the greater Japan area, and people come in from the Kansai area as well. So I think maybe if they did this, I don't know, maybe if the show was in Sapporo, Okinawa, or even Fukuoka, they might be able to sell it out. They may be able to sell more tickets because they don't have to worry about people from that region spending money for the two bigger shows. What do you think? That's also maybe something?
Yeah, it could be. Like for this event, before they announced Kouzi, I think they realized the tickets weren't moving. So they had to put Kouzi. And also Hiramoto's participation is kind of a surprise. So it's like they felt the tickets weren't moving and they had to like rush through and put up something.
J Wolf, these weaker cards do not necessarily. When you say they bring the violence, it's because a lot of times the talent is of lower level. So these fights, obviously, you can go to a fit. We've seen, like, what was it? The Sapporo shows tend to have very weak undercard matches. So yes, they're not going to have the same high level fighting for 3 rounds or 2 rounds, like I don't know, Toko Matsuri or whatever. So I don't even. And I hear the thing. I don't think Katie Perez and Kate Lotus is going to bring the violence or the women's kickboxing match. But 128 bits is excited to see Lee Kaiwen. Seeing about Saku to challenge for the belt, but I think there were definitely saying that it's too early. I think it's too early, but I think they wanted to do that. They were gonna. RIIZN tends to likes to book Japan versus the whole thing this year is Japan versus foreigner, and I think they would have continued with that theme this year with this card. It had Sakuraba won; he was able to compete. So I think that was the original route they're going to go, but Gustavo obviously beat him. Tisan says another point: one Taku retirement and Inoue Tokyo Dome have been announced long time ago, longer than RIIZN. Okay, that's true as well. Yeah, they had the advantage of being year or so or many months beforehand. So yeah. Let's get into this card. RIIZN 50. Oh, by the way, as well, before I forget, I finally reminded myself. Please like this video. Please put a comment in the thing. It helps the algorithm. So please hit that little thumbs up thing, leave a comment, please. Pretty, please. Anyway, RIIZN will be May 10th this weekend, and available for us overseas geeks on RIIZN.tv as always, and should have English commentary in person since it is a numbered show. Hopefully that does not change. So yeah, let's do first a poster check for the show. So let me get up the poster. Oh, I have to switch thing. I have a question. Tausif, do you happen to own any RIIZN merchandise or anything by any chance?
No, I don't.
Okay, gotcha. So if anybody from RIIZN, Hafid, Shingo, if you are lurking, make it easy for us to get RIIZN merch, please. Okay, anyway, poster check. Where is that poster? Okay. So here's the poster. What do you think about this poster that they made? Do you like the aesthetic and just how it looks, Tausif?
I like the colors of the poster, but I've no clue about the design on the middle, like the symbolism. Like I don't know about that, but the colors are great. You've got gold, red. The fighters are popping out. It looks great.
Tisan, do you happen to know if this symbol means anything? As well, are you able to tell us what this means in Japanese? I think that's B, I believe. I believe that's B if I know my hiragana correctly. But yeah, is there some sort of significance with the red and gold? Maybe the gold has to do with the title. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing I can think of. The red, not so sure about. But Tisan, you're in the chat. You're smarter than me. So, Tutenkaku Tao. Okay. Wait, hold on. So Tutenkaku Tower. I never heard of this. Tutenkaku. Oh, okay. Sutenkaku Tower. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. Do you see that, Tausif? Do you see the tower? It's kind of like a similar design.
Yes.
We get that bigger for the blind folk. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it looks similar.
Very similar. What's Super Anime King says we need more Chinese fighters and RIIZN. Well, I don't know if you're a Chinese fighter, you see how your countrymen are doing so far. I don't know. You're maybe like, maybe I shouldn't go to RIIZN. Kobe Day calling out J Wolf on the weaker cards have the tendency to deliver great violence. UFC propaganda.
It's like talking about Apex cards.
Oh yes, yeah. I would put this on Apex level. That's a special type of trash to be Apex level. Code Day says no way they're doing English commentary for this show. This card's mailed in. That's thank you for reminding me. I was gonna say this card kind of reminds me of when I used to do my college assignments like the day before, 2 days before, and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And I just kind of just cobble whatever, an essay or whatever. Okay. T-san says Sutenkaku is a very popular Osaka spot. The color not meant to be much meaningful, I know. Well, I guess red is an eye-catching color. That's usually a color that you use if you want to catch people's eyes. So I can see why they went with that aesthetic. Okay, so that clears it up. That's good to know. By the way, also, I think for the first time ever, RIIZN released the match order before this my preview show has gone up, because I think every time I've done it, they've always done it like the day before, the day after, or the day of. And I think this is the first time I can remember the actual match card being put out there for the public. So thank you to RIIZN for making it easier for us. So let's get into it. Of course, it's RIIZN. So, hold on. Sorry. Wait. It's Kobe Port Tower design. Okay, hold on. T sounds correct. Kobe. Oh. Okay. That looks more like it. That looks.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Okay.
Yes.
Kobe Port Tower. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Easy. Okay. That makes more sense now. Okay. Gotcha. And then the red makes sense because I guess because it's the cover of the tower.
But the tower is in gold.
I'm sorry?
The tower is in gold.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. 128-bit says, looking forward to hearing Michael Chevelle and my Beatdown Brown connected by Zoom again. Super Anime King says, I'm not surprised it's mailed in. They probably think people are saving their money after buying the box match. This is, I think, Kobe Day, you said this. This is one of the shows that they should have available for free for us internationally. So I think they're still offering it at the usual is it $20? I think it is if you just buy it without the subscription. Buy $19.99, subscribe 60. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, man, if they did this card for free, I think that would be the best thing they could possibly do, because I can tell you there's not a lot of hype. There's certainly not a lot of hype here. I have no idea what I'm going to write for MMA Sucker this week for this show. I'm going to have to try to just conjure up something. And also in Japan, I'm not seeing a lot of Japanese fans talking about this show. I'm seeing just the usual week article of the week articles that are coming out this week with some interviews and stuff, but I'm just not seeing as much people talking about it in Japan with previous shows, even with the Fukuoka show. So yeah, this is definitely not there. This is definitely not capturing the zeitgeist. What's J-Wolf Combat Global? What is it? Oh, Frozen for Launch. Please mention is Kobe. Oh yes, Kobe Port Tower. Hey, am I frozen now, Tausif?
No, you're good.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay.
You were frozen for a moment.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry about that. What is it? Let's see. Oh, Kobe Day says if it was free, I still would to watch it. Yeah, you're right. But at least you wouldn't have to break the bank with it. So, but yeah, let's finally get into trying to cover this show as best as we can. Of course, it is 53. So yeah, what does that mean? It is a RIIZN show, so we got what I like to call the prelim landfill. So let's get into the landfill. We got kickboxing, and we got 1, 2, 3 kickboxing, 1 MMA. Okay, we got Shota versus Tomoya Sudo, Juna Ueda versus Hinata Kitano, Yushi versus Asataro. I know it says Mataro, but that's a mistranslated kanji. And Sol Hamaguchi versus Tsunade Kaito. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, I have it right here. Sorry. Haruto Tsunade. Okay. Tausif, I'm going to ask if you have anything to say about these 4 opening prelim matches that will be free on YouTube. Or if you have any questions, I can try to answer them as best as I can.
So the opening fights, the opening fights are basically local talents. They're filled it up with like local fighters. For Shota versus Tomoya Sudo, Shota trains with Kouzi, and Sudo represents Teppen Gym. So you could say it's basically Kouzi versus Nasakawa showdown. You could say it like that.
Okay. Any particular pick? I usually tend to lean towards the Teppen people. They're just usually just better. But I'm looking at their record, they both have an even record of, let's see, Shota's is 3-3 and Sudo is 2-2. So listen, we're not getting the match 2 exactly with this one here. So I don't know if you have any thoughts.
I think you're frozen again.
Oh, sorry. How about now? Oop, can you hear me?
Yes. Someone from the live listener could, say, okay, now you're good. You're good.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be I'm having a perfect connection on my end. Yeah. So let me wait. Jay, that's not Yushi. You're confusing him with the other Yushi. Not MMA Yushi.
That's the funniest part of
what the fuck is Jay Wolf? Jay Wolf, you think Doubtbeck and Zumagazi are brothers or cousins or whatever. You're getting the two no, they're not the same. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so we're not getting the match 2 with this particular one. I don't know. Any thoughts on who may or may not win? Do you have a choice or thoughts?
I wish them good luck. I really don't want to make a pick. I wish them good luck. Put on a good show for us. That's it.
I'll say it's about Tomoya. Tomoya is so. He did say that his grandmother is currently battling an illness, and so he's gonna fight for. He wants to fight in her, not memory. What do you call it? In her honor. By the way, also crazy.
Sentimental.
Yes. Yeah. By the way, as well, also, oh my god, I can't believe this. Sudo was born September 25th, 2001. I cannot believe that. I can't believe that people were born after 2001. It still screws up with my mind. Okay. I don't know what to say about this one. Let's see. Hold on. So hold on. What's wrong with the camp? Hold on. Let me try this. How is it now, Tausif? Am I frozen?
If you could scroll down or up so I could see.
I don't know. I'm what is it? How about now? Am I frozen now? I don't know. Maybe I'm not frozen now. Well, here's the thing. Is the audio at least working? As long as the audio is working.
The audio is clean. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. As long as the audio is working, I'm fine with that. The video freezes. It might be just this new mic is fucking around with my my camera. If you all know what I look like, so it's not like, and I'm not. Listen. I'm the second best looking person on the planet. The first is Yushi, obviously, but yeah. Forget about the camera. As long as the audio is good, that's what I pay for. I'll get it, and I'm gonna get a new camera soon anyway. That'll hopefully stop this bullshit. Anyway, what was it? Oh my god. Okay. Kobe Day says skip and move on. Juna Koda versus Hinata Kitano. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on this women's kickboxing fight?
I think the most surprising thing about it is, when I looked into Hinata Kitano, she is a high school student.
Yes.
And also she's the daughter of Motoki, who is also a kickboxer. And what I've found about her is like, although she's 16 years old, she already has 135 amateur fights.
Wait, what? How many fights? Amateur fights?
135.
What point do you eventually say what she's was like 135? Like, oh, okay, I did 135. Now it's time for me to finally go pro. Like, it's never usually that much. Like,
also,
sorry, go ahead.
Also, a few of them were like intergender fights. So basically, she was fighting boys.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This fight's gonna suck. I think this fight's gonna be awful.
Yeah. Again, good luck to them.
Good luck.
Do your best.
Yeah. Super anime kick, but you see in Muay Thai, that's different. Muay Thai is different because they're firing weekly at Rajamadame Stadium or the other one. 135 amateur fights is insane. That is insane. Like, if somebody told me they had 135 amateur fights, I'm like, wait, when did you decide? But like, now after 135, it's like, nah, let's go pro now. By the way, also Kitano said the most kickboxing thing ever. She said that after she has this match, she wants to have an MMA match. So typical. Nobody wants to be in kickboxing now. I'm just gonna pick Kitano for shits and giggles. That's all I'm gonna say. This match is gonna be bad. Anyway, okay. Yushi versus Asataro, not whatever, not entrance Yushi, J Wolf. By the way, also, this match is a rematch from my favorite promotion, Deep Kick. And it went to a draw because all kickboxing matches have to go to a draw unless somebody dominates. I am ironically looking forward to this. Any thoughts, Tausif?
When they first announced this fight, the first mentioned Yushi, I literally stood up in excitement, like, yes, this is our Yushi.
you thought it was like J Wolf thinking like, oh, it's this, it's that Yushi.
Yeah, the world is healing. Yushi is back. But unfortunately, they managed to find Yushi from Temu.
Fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Temu Yushi. I think that's how we're gonna have to start calling him now. Is we're just gonna start calling him Temu Yushi. That's fucking hilarious.
And I will make a pick here.
Yes.
Like, I hope Yushi wins, and then we could have Yushi versus Yushi for New Year's.
I think they're the same weight classes. Oh, okay. I think it's the same weight class. I think they're the same weight class, I believe. 162. Sorry, 62. Excuse me. I almost said 162. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, maybe we could get that. Remember when Deep did Sarah versus Sarah for Deep Jewels? So yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we could have a Yushi unification bout.
But also, here's the thing. I always have this theory about Osaka or Kansai shows. If you are a tattooed fighter from Osaka, from Kansai region, you get plus 10 strength and stamina, thanks to the power of tattoos. because everybody in Osaka for some reason has a tattoo, or from Kansai has a tattoo. So Asataro has to win this one. I'm picking. That's my thoughts. But if you think Yushi wins, listen, that's all good, man. That's all good. That would be hilarious though. Yushi versus Yushi. Okay, and remember before how I said, you're gonna get some fights that are gonna be awful, or you're gonna get some fights that are gonna be like deep level. We're literally getting a deep fight on this card, as you can see. We got deep one, deep two, deep pictures. Sol Hamaguchi, Haruto Tsunada, excuse me. Tsunada undefeated. Hamaguchi, just a deep Osaka regular. Any thoughts? Have you ever seen either of these two gentlemen fights?
Just before the preview, I did look into them. I think this is the best fight from the opening. The opening fights we have, this is the best one. And both of them are very young. So Hamaguchi, he has a background, like he comes from a Kyokushin karate background. And in later years, in middle school, he switched to judo. So he's, like he was, so pretty much throughout his life, he was associated with martial arts. And with Sunada, he's also pretty young. He has karate and boxing backgrounds. So I think this will be an interesting fight from the opening we have.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen Soul fight. He really fights like his soul is on the line. He is so wild and just what brazen in how he fights. But that's why he's exciting. He's a regular on the RIIZN soccer shows. Every time I see him on, he's like, oh, okay, this guy, this guy's gonna bring it. But Tsunada undefeated right now, 3-0, up and comer. I have to always go with the young prospect who's undefeated. I think he's a little bit more well rounded than Hamaguchi. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'll also go with Sonada. About Hamaguchi, sometimes he's reckless. So when he fights, he sometimes leaves his chin open. So I feel like Sonada could exploit that and go for a finish.
By the way, also I didn't realize Tsunada was that young, 24. Also, all three finishes in the first round. So yeah, yeah, and I agree with you. This is if they had cut out all the other prelim matches, I would be happy. If they had this on the main card, I wouldn't really mind, to tell you the truth. But yeah, listen, I would okay. I would rather see this match than the first main card match. Yeah, let's get it. We're gonna finally get into the main card, people. We'll try our best to feign excitement. So first off, Koki Nakagawa, Jake Wilkins, Gladiator champion versus Nexus champion. We're digging that. We're digging that deep, folks. We're digging that deep, Jake-san. Yeah, Jake. So yeah, when I saw this guy, did you watch the press conference when they announced this match, Tausif?
Yeah, and I was literally wheezing during Wilkins' introduction. Like how he switched from English to fluent Japanese. Like it caught me off guard.
It was, yeah, I was like, wait, who is this guy who's coming out? I never saw him before. I'm not a regular fighting Nexus, whatever, watcher. And then yeah, I had to look at his he was switching from English to Japanese. I listened to I saw the translations of what he was saying. And he's from also JT. No, reverse. Why did I say JTT? Reversal Jim Shinjuku. He was originally from Crazy B. He was originally a Crazy B guy, and he's from America. I'm not so sure how he wound up in Japan. I couldn't find that out. I'm hoping to find that out eventually. But yeah,
I got this from somewhere, but like forgot the source. But Someone said he has a military record in Japan.
Ah, I should have figured that. I should have figured that. Especially since he was at Crazy B initially, I should have put two and two together. Okay. Uh, and then yeah, we got Gladiator, everybody's favorite promotion, Gladiator champion, Koki Nakagawa. Oh, and he's the local guy from Hyogo, Japan. Uh, I can tell you this: Jake Wilkins. This is going to sound like he if he was fighting here in the United States, he'd be a perfect regional MMA fighter. I don't think Nakagawa is any more so better. Only slightly, only slightly above. I don't know. I don't know how to rank a fighter who's a gladiator champion versus Nexus champion. I don't know. But I would just say he's slightly better at the whole MMA game than I think Wilkins is. Any thoughts, Tausif?
I try to look into Nakagawa. He likes to fight at a kicking distance.
Mm-hmm.
Like he rarely tries to engage in a like the punching distance. He likes to stay outside, throw kicks and dodge punches, and then go for takedowns. So, like he's pretty aware about his defense, and yeah, nothing extraordinary. Uh, Basic all-round fighter.
Mm-hmm. Well, I watched the match that he won the title, the Gladiator title. There's only one way that Wilkins will win this. If I watched one of Wilkins' fight and he just kind of like power blasted a takedown on his opponent and just TKO'd him. That's maybe like the one way he can win this fight. I think you said it best. Nakagawa is just a little bit better at everything.
Wilkins has a background in judo, so that probably says about him powerbombing through opponents.
Yeah, I'll give him this as well. He's finished every fight, so I'll give him that credit. But also, I mean, oh my god, look, if you just look at all the rank, other than 3-1, 4-1, 11-12-1, 0-1, 0-0, 0-1. Oh, and he did, and I forgot he had the amateur stuff while here in America.
Also, one interesting thing about this fight is this is at 145. And
yes. Yeah.
Wilkins usually fights at 155. So.
Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get another guy who misses weight? You think? Are we getting that?
Probably.
You think so? Oh my god. Poly market bet on the on if the Jake Wilkins is missing weight. Okay. Yeah, Seiya Ameyama, Joe Hiramoto rematch. I think that was also in Gladiator as well. Ameyama beat Hiramoto. I'm indifferent to this fight. I am not on the Joe Hiramoto train. I think he is the middest of. I'm trying to think of like fighters who are like brothers of famous fighters who are not good, but he's on that level. I'll give him credit for his last fight. What was it? Toki, I think it was Toki. Tomizawa, sorry, Tomizawa. Yeah, he showed a lot of heart in that fight. But I just don't think he's a good MMA fighter. He's not, and he doesn't have the personality of his brother. So I just don't. I'm not into him really. And then Ameyama, he's fought in RIIZN before. He's fought in Deep, and he's everywhere. What was the? I think he's fought in RIIZN. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was when Yoshihiro Maeda made his return. When he fought Rice Ball Kid. That's when that was the same show he had the MMA match. They clearly are doing this because they think they're doing this maybe as like a, what do you call it, as a gift to Joe. Maybe they think that Joe can get a win and they can build up Joe and all that. But no, I don't think that Joe is a good MMA fighter. I'm picking Ameyama. What do you think, Tassif?
It's a sad situation for Joe. Like over the years, people still uh, consider him like okay, Ren Hiramoto's brother Joe. That's it. Uh, Nobody really cares about him as a person. Just he's Ren's brother, and I don't think anyone also cares that he represents Black Rose. So it's a bit sad, and this is a good opportunity for him to showcase his skills. But I really don't think he, like as an MMA fighter, he progressed enough to look for revenge. This is a revenge fight for him, and I don't think like he has the skills to beat Amayama.
Oh, you're picking Joe to beat him?
I'm picking Ameyama.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, yeah, I think, yeah. It's also experience. It's also just miles. And also here's the thing: Joe Hiramoto does not have like the punching power that Ren has. He's got volume. He's got volume power, where he can bring volume and bring power, but he doesn't have that knockout power that Ren is able to bring out when necessary, knockdown or even knockout power. And I think grappling wise, I think Ameyama is obviously going to be the better grappler as well. And I know Tisan, you did say that Ameyama is from Osaka, so that's why he's on this card. Kobe and Osaka are close to each other. Sam saying Joe Hiramoto's clearly the more gifted brother. Kobe Day.
Joe is the nicest brother.
Yeah, Joe's is definitely nicer brother. And
he possibly could be the sweetest person, unlike Ren.
Yeah, Joe looks sluggish and athletic. Super Anime King says, considering the size of the two arenas and tickets needed to be sold, they should have switched the two mains with the flyweight title headlining this one in the lightweight fight, sending headlines. So the reason why flyweight is headlining Sendai is because Shinryu is originally from the Sendai area. So that's why they are. I think that's also where his gym is located, I believe. So I believe that is why they are doing that. Also, they were supposed to do Sendai right when the pandemic was announced, and they obviously have to cancel a show because they couldn't run it. So that's why they're running that there. Tisan, I'm curious to know. So this arena, Ike, he's from Sendai? I didn't know that Okubo was from Sendai. I just saw he was from Tokyo. Tisan, I tried to find the attendance for RIIZN Landmark 12, which was at this arena last year, the main event, Akimoto versus Hagiwara. Are you able to find what the attendance was, or does anybody know what the RIIZN Landmark 12 attendance was? Hold on, I didn't even know that Okikubo is from Sendai. I didn't know that. Oh, Iwate. Oh yeah, that's kind of close. I think that is like Sendai area. Is it? Kuji Iwate to Sendai. Wait, what? Are you sure? Did you mean Shinryu? Ike? Maybe that's who you meant. Not Okikubo. But yeah. Yeah, that's Suramike. I think it is it was still that because Hagiwara brings all the folks no matter where he goes. But yeah, we'll pick Ameyama. I would, if you are a betting person, and again, this is not a degenerate betting podcast. Hiramoto should be a substantial underdog for this match. If not, then I would be suspicious of that booking.
Yeah, you can comfortably put your last few yen on Ameyama.
Yeah. So continuing on this kind of weird card, we got Breaking Down versus K1 Crush Jolly. Kenshin Kodama. I mean, I guess it will be a fight. These K1 guys. Are you a fan of K1, Tausif? Do you like current iteration of K1?
Sometimes I will tune into the events. Sometimes.
Okay. What do you think about all the guys there who are just like doing all these weird side quests? They're not actually fighting in K1. They're like doing MMA matches or kickboxing matches in RIIZN. Like, what do you think about that? Oh, did I lose you? Oh,
Sorry for that.
Oh no, that's okay. So what do you think about the K1 these K1 fighters doing all these side quests in RIIZN, MMA and kickboxing as well?
For this fight for Kenshin Kodama, I think he mentioned about pay, like the money. He mentioned about money.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that could be and also he's not getting fights in K1, so he hates the matchmakers, like not getting enough fights, so now he's here in right.
By the way, also, Tisan got the numbers 10,420 people, and that arena does hold about 10,000. So that is a super full, what is it called? I forget what they call it. Super no vacancy. I think it's what they sometimes call it in Japanese. If you had to, do you think, Tausef, do you think this show will sell out? Or do you think this show will get less than the Landmark 12 Akimoto Hagiwara show?
Definitely, it will do less than the Landmark 12 show.
I think so too. Oh, great news. Sam says that Kenshin posted a video of him shrimping on Twitter. Well, that I guess now it's Kodama's coming in hot. I guess.
About Kodama, like he did mention that he has been secretly training MMA for the last few years, like secretly getting training sessions, basically wrestling and distance management in MMA. So I don't know he's saying the truth or false. So I'll just leave it there.
So if we watch this fight and he gets taken down in like the first 30 seconds, I'm calling pure 100% unadulterated bullshit on that. I'll say this. Maybe he's doing that for mind games. Maybe just doing like saying, "Hey, John, listen, no, I've been doing my shit just like to throw him off." But when I hear like, "Oh, I've been secretly like, where is he secret?" So he's been secretly training MMA, and like, yeah, nobody's mentioned it. Like none of his training partners. It's not none. No, what, did he say where he was training? Is he doing like what is it? What's the gym? What's the one that everybody goes to? It seems like that really terrible gym.
He trains at Kizuna based gym.
Okay, I was gonna say Fire's Flow. That's the gym. That's the one that all the kickboxers just seem to go to. It's like, oh, Fire's Flow. Listen, Fire's Flow is ATT for Japan because I have no idea how they get so many great fighters for that gym.
Entrusting your soul to Ueda-san.
Yeah. Kodama says Kodama had to lie on his resume to get the booking. Yeah, that's the other thing. Just because he's training on the side. Also, what does that mean? Is he going to the BJJ basics gi class like Monday after whatever? That means nothing.
He said that in the gym, a lot of MMA fighters like to come and train. So basically, he just sprawls with them.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
I'll say this: Kodama has a puncher's chance. He's a good K1 crush level kickboxer, but I mean, on paper, you just figure Jolly wins just because he's been doing real actual MMA training. I mean, I don't know what else to say. There can be really no deep analysis of a breaking down and K1 fighter. I don't know. I'm going Jolly. Submission. You, Tosif, what do you think?
About Jolly, uh, uh, completely different demeanor since his debut. First, he came out with against Ashizawa. He felt like a delinquent. Like you could say he's from Breaking Down, but now he sounds more mature. He has black hair, and he also shared a few personal things about himself. First of all, he is now divorced. So he's no longer with the woman he considered as the love of his life. And secondly, on YouTube, he uploaded a video where he showed that he has 4 kids. Jolly has 4 kids. And he's paying child support for each. So you could say he has a good relationship with his children.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy for him. At least he's not doing the rampage thing where he's like caring for one kid but not the other. So I think that's what rampage has. I think that's what rampage has done. So also apparently I pulled a J Wolf. I said that where's Kodama been training? Fire's Flow. Guess who's from Fire's Flow? Jolly. It wouldn't make sense that Kodama would be going to the same gym. So I just pulled a J Wolf. I think it's also hilarious. So were you following that whole thing? Remember when Leona Pettis was doing that K1 thing? Where he had this pro wrestling NWO anti K1 group.
Oh yes, Kodama was also the part of K1 Rebel group. Yes,
it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a Japanese combat sports promotion do ever. Listen, maybe Kodama will surprise us. Maybe he's been actually training MMA and is good at it and grappling. But listen, seeing is believing. Yeah, I'm still thinking
about Jolly that he's aiming for Tatsuki Shinotsuka.
Yeah, at least Jolly's showing at least he's showing something. He's with the Ashizawa. I know that with the Ashizawa fight and all that. So yeah, he's got goals and he's aiming and he's achieving them. But yeah, Jolly by submission. Is that the same pick, Tausif?
Yeah, Jolly by submission, but I also see him try and stand with Kodama as he's trying for the Tatsuki Shinotsuka fight. Basically, his explanation is that his striking is better than K1 striking.
Mm-hmm.
So he could, just for his ego, he could prove, he could try and stand with Kodama, but I feel like he would just shoot for a takedown and immediately go for submission.
Yeah, the same.
And I also feel like if he wins, he could be an asset for RIIZN.
Yeah, I mean he seems to be the
future. Yes.
Yeah, he's one of the maybe one of the least problematic breaking down guys. Also, is kind of good as well. So the problem is those breaking down guys are for the most part, with all due respect to Playboy Kata, these guys aren't the best, and yeah, they have a very short ceiling. A lot of those guys. So, but Jolly seems to be he's one of the more popular ones and one of the better ones. By the way, as well, speaking of breaking down, I will soon release an interview with a former breaking down fighter named his name is Kanji, who will be having a fight later this month in Deep. So that'll be on the lookout for that. So I guess kind of in the kickboxing, MMA crossover realm, we got Daiki Lightyear taking on Genji Umeno. Now I know Komede, if you're oh my god, the comments by Sam, it's a Chad Jolly versus Virgin Mecha and the yes, the Yavai gang, yeah. Komede, I'm sorry to say this, but Genji Umeno's MMA run is I am all aboard on the Yavai train. His kickboxing career, yeah, I was never a fan, but he has been an immensely entertaining, exciting MMA fighter. And he's actually good at grappling, even though it's basic jiu-jitsu, white belt, borderline, first two blue belt stripe grappling. So, yeah. Oh, yes, Superman making Buzz's long-lost Asian cousin. Yeah, and Lightyear, he's just a guy. I hate to say this. He's just a guy he wins and he loses. He beats lower tier opponents and then he loses to the top guys usually. He's a what's it called? Gatekeeper. What is that? Oh, I'm forgetting the other term. Gatekeeper. Yeah, whatever. But yeah. Oh yes, I remember he did say that. Any thoughts on this fight? Tatsuya Lightyear versus Umeno?
This is pretty much a showcase fight for Genji Umeno. For Daiki, nothing extraordinary. It's just a basic MMA fighter. Like striking, not too shabby. And when it comes to wrestling and grappling, he's all right. But the advantage he has is a lot of experience over Umeno.
Oh my god, I can't. Lightyear has a win. It's a split decision nonetheless, but still a win over Shohei Noze. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I did not know that, but yeah, the experience is important, but also his opponent. If you just look at this record is just all over the place. Just like he's lost to Shoko Sato, Takumi Tamaru, now a professional Pokemon player as well. Kenji Kato, Joji Goto as well. But then he loses. He beats 0-3 people. 29. Oh, he beat 29-16-4 in one of his RIIZN fights. 13-9. Yeah, he's a little bit. No, go ahead.
Yeah, just as you said, he's just a guy.
He
fights, he wins, he loses.
Yeah. There's no consistency with his record. You don't know which one will show up on the day of the fight. I have to go with Umeno. I think Umeno has shown immense improvement in all the in his very few MMA fights that he's had. From the Tiger fight to the Ashizawa fight. I think he's shown okay grappling. His striking is still there as a kickboxer. He's got a tremendous heart, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to out-grapple Lightyear, but I think he definitely has the opportunity to knock him out. Any thoughts?
Yeah, Daiki's chin is questionable also, so he may catch something from Umeno.
Okay, yes, Jobber was where I was thinking of, Sam. Let's see. The same can be said about somebody I may say King says the same about Koyomi. He's definitely a gatekeeper. We'll talk about that when we get to him. Called it the Tapology Rainbow. I'm gonna steal that. 128 says J Wolf, no one ever said Catfish was boring ever. I don't know who. Yeah, you probably called Umeno boring. I know Kyomei Day does not like Umeno. Yes, the camera's frozen. As long as you can hear me, that's fine. The camera will hopefully fix itself. I think it might. I think the new microphone is interfering with doing something, causing some sort of issue. I'll try to rework it, try to fix it in the future, hopefully. I'm gonna pick Umeno. I think you, like you said, it's a showcase for Umeno. Uh, it's a step up in competition, going from facing another debuting kickboxer, Taiga, then a slightly more experienced MMA fighter, former kickboxer. Now he's facing a full on MMA fighter. But yeah, I think you made a good point that this is a showcase fight for him, and I'm hoping Umeno wins and that train continues to go upward for him.
Yeah, I'll also go with Umeno.
Mm.
Yavai Gang.
Yavai Gang, yes. You know that they're going to show that they're going to just blast that Yavai. I tried to find a Yavai T-shirt in Japan. I could not get one, unfortunately. I'm hoping the next time I go that I can finally get one. So yeah, you talked about Koyomi, Super Anime King. So let's talk about that. Koyomi Matsushima versus Ryan Cafaro. Okay, we're getting to one of the first fights that I'm really looking forward to. By the way, Ryan Cafaro interview will be dropping tomorrow, and it will be the first video I have made interview with Japanese subtitles. This was very difficult. I know I made some mistakes with the names. I apologize. This is the best I can do for now. But I know that I've always gotten comments from Japanese fans. Can you put Japanese subtitles? I did it this time. And I know I screwed up a little bit, but for the future, if this gets a lot of views, I will hopefully be able to make it much more better. What was it? Ryan King Cafaros. That's Shorty Shade. Yes. So yeah, Matsushima. This man, I wish I was in a relationship with a man who loves UFC as much as Matsushima does, because this guy would probably sell his own child to get to UFC. Meanwhile, Ryan Cafaro has no interest in going to UFC. So it's an interesting philosophical dynamic between these two. Just also, Matsushima was supposed to face Karamov last year. Karamov, I don't know, ate a live squid or something.
Food poisoning.
Or something, yeah. Food poisoning. You wish your relationship with a man. You're funny, Sam. I wish many things. Kobe Day. People's main event. I'll ask that in a second. I'll just give some background on the fighters. So yeah, but Matsushima, been around for a long time, fought in one, road to UFC. I think it was originally was he Shuto? I think it was Shuto born, I believe. We'll get up his thing. Pancras. I'm sorry, Pancras. I should have figured because it's UFC Dreams. It's always the Pancras people who are just so gung ho on UFC Dreams. Yeah. Oh, he was in the Gladiator. Oh yeah, because he had some weird. He was taking like weird fights after he. Wait, is this? I don't think this record is updated. Let me go to. Oh, actually, Tisan Moshigo. That's his nickname. What does that have a meaning in Japanese? Oh wait, okay. So he had these. Oh yeah, he had the knockout fights. He was taking those knockout fights, those weird knockout fights that don't apply to his record. Okay, and then Ryan Cafaro. I've seen Ryan Cafaro fight in person. Nicknamed the Korean Thunder, CFFC champion, one of the smartest MMA fighters I've ever spoken to. Been around for a long time. Was hoping to get to UFC, but in the interview, he'll explain why UFC is not a possibility for the future. But yes, we get this is. Would you say this is a people's main event, Tausif?
You could say. For this fight, I feel like the way Cafaro has been campaigning for himself on social media, it feels like Matsushima is the mysterious foreigner here.
That is a brilliant. I'm so sorry to interrupt. That is a beautiful way to put it, because Matsushima has done nothing. I think, dare I say, he's upset he has to fight in RIIZN. It's like he feels it's beneath him. But yes, that's a great way to put it. That feel like he's a foreigner. Cafaro is the
He's
Japanese
the
guy.
local guy. He's from Kansai region now.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead with everything you're going to say.
About the fight, I tried to look into Cafaro. He has originally he started from Taekwondo, and in high school he switched to wrestling, and then later he developed a liking for kickboxing, Muay Thai, etc. And he's a fun fighter to watch. Like he has a fan favorite style that you can tune into, and yeah, I'm really excited. But another thing that he's 36 years old,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not showing any signs of stopping. Like like at that age, he was supposed to degrade, but for, in his case, he's just improving, getting better, uh, putting on good performance.
Mm. Super Anime King has a comment about Koyomi. He says that he would watch him. He watched him a lot of times in one. He would always beat the lower ranking guys, but every time he fought a higher ranked guy, he'd lose. And also, he continues on. He clearly has delusions of grandeur because if you can't beat Gary Tonin, you aren't going to UFC. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Cafaro, this is definitely a case of like. I don't want to say a UFC level fight, but this is kind of where it's almost 50-50. I can see how Matsushima can beat Cafaro, but I can also see how Cafaro beats uh Matsushima. Oh, by the way, T-San explains Moshigo means natural born. I think you were saying didn't you say Matsushima won a bunch of those amateur all Japan tournaments, and he was kind of almost seen as a prodigy, I believe, when he was coming up, T-San. I believe that's what it's referring to. So yeah, it's he's it's an interesting, like you said, Cafaro, I saw him fight in person. Doesn't move around like a guy who's had as many fights as he does, especially at that weight class. Like if I would say lightweight and below, the older you get, the more it shows, especially with the more fights. But it doesn't show at all. He's still got great striking. He's exceptional grappling. He's a great all-rounder. I mean, listen, Matsushima also, he's a good all-rounder as well. So I mean, this is a pick'em. This really is a pick'em. If there's odds, again, not a podcast about degeneracy, but it should be even odds, I think, for these two.
Yeah, this could be a sneaky banger.
It could be a sneaky banger, yeah. Though I did joke that it would be hilarious if Matsushima, like, if something happens and he just doesn't fight, and that's like just like a recurring thing that he just never fights in RIIZN ever. Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win this, man?
Like this fight kind of gives off the energy similar to Shoko Sato versus John Sweeney fight. And for that, like Sweeney was regarded as this exciting fighter coming to RIIZN, and Shoko Sato was regarded as slow, old, but he turned it up. He put on a good show, and this could be, probably Matsushima could come and put on a great show, but I'll go with Cafaro.
I'm curious to hear people in the chat. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win this, Cafaro or Matsushima? I'm gonna, and also this is going to be a slight interview and one-on-one bias as well. I'm gonna pick Cafaro. I think Cafaro is a under the radar elite fighter. I think he's he unfortunately being just stuck in CFFC and the regionals, he's never gotten a proper due in a major organization. He's always gotten overlooked, and I think it's quite sad. He's an exceptional fighter. I hate to say this, but also this is just me. This is just headcanon. This is just headcanon me. I don't know. How is Matsushima? Listen, Matsushima has said that he thinks he's above RIIZN. And the problem is also that when you have this mentality that you go into that you think you're above something, you almost don't take it seriously, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't like his attitude, like
yes,
the way he's treating RIIZN.
Yeah,
like, even during the press conference, he immediately mentioned about LFA. Like he's not grateful about like having a fight in RIIZN. He's just constantly thinking about foreign promotion or fighting for a foreign either fighting foreign opponents or organizations. So
if you watch the RIIZN confessions that they did for his Vugar fight, he even said that he got offered RIIZN fights many times, but he just kept saying no, no, no.
I found it somewhere that the reason why he declined fights at RIIZN it's because of the ring. He prefers cage.
But also RIIZN does the cage shows. So and they, I bet when they did start doing cage shows pretty early, there's no that sounds like cope on his part. That sounds like cope. It sounds like he wanted an excuse to not fight in RIIZN. Because I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. He's also why would he accept this fight? He's the two fights that he formally accepted were both in a ring. Right? I think was the that was a New Year's Eve show, the Vugar fight.
I think he changed his mentality. Like he saw
a change of mentality or just a change of I'm too old. I can't pick and choose anymore because I'm getting older. I might be that.
Yeah, he also mentioned about age.
Yeah.
Like at this age, he cannot just like pick and choose. He has to go for what he take whatever is offered to him.
So also T-Son's giving some background. Koyomi said that he wanted to be an MMA fighter since he was a child. Started at age 5 at Kyokushin Karate, then age 12 wrestling, but long-term goal was MMA. Didn't you also say that he beat Majima in an amateur thing as well? Oh, by the way, sorry, RIIZN will die. I saw you had a question before. I apologize. I missed it. We'll go back up to it. Have you thought about asking an affiliate from Shingo, the translator, some international fighters use for the Japan subs in your videos? So I hate bothering Shingo for all that stuff. Shingo is doing a lot of stuff. He's wrangling the foreign fighters. He's doing the matchmaking. I even felt bad when I would have to ask him, like, hey, can I interview a Japanese fighter and you translate for them? I have a problem, just like, especially when Hafid wasn't there. It's just, I felt bad that he was just doing so much, and it's a lot of work. Then he was doing the show of Drake for a while, and then he's doing press things. It's a lot. He's doing a lot of stuff, man. So I don't know. I guess you say an affiliate. If he recommended somebody, and it was a good enough price, because I wouldn't do it. If they said, hey, they want to do it for free, I'll take that. But I'm happy to pay someone for their skills. So if there's anybody here in the chat who's a translator who would like to do subtitles on interviews, let me know, and we can talk Turkey. And also your second question was PFL recently signed Sang-Won Kim. It doesn't seem out of the range for them to also sign Matsushima, seeing as he's a striker that can put up solid entertaining fights. You're right, but also Matsushima has UFC dreams. So maybe, let's see how this fight goes. Maybe he'll go to PFL, but his goal is still UFC. But yes, pick. I am going to pick Ryan Cafaro, the unofficial hometown hero, to beat Matsushima. Did you give a pick, Talsif? If you did, I apologize. I already forgot.
Yeah, I picked Cafaro.
Okay, gotcha. And yeah, by the way, if you want a a masterclass on being a foreign fighter and coming to Japan, RIIZN, fighting, whatever. Look at what Ryan Cafaro has done with all the tweets, interaction, videos, reels, whatever. Coming to the and also coming to the weigh-ins as well. He flew that means he's in Japan right now, and he came about. That's like 2 weeks early, and he's fighting. Yeah, coming for the weight. The I don't think has there ever been. Has there ever been foreign fighters come in for the training sessions, open workouts? Tausif? I don't think so. He might be the first.
Yeah, it's super rare to see a foreign fighter on the open mat session. I think he's the first.
I'll say it's the first in this new era of RIIZN. Maybe they brought Fedor and Jiri for like the other ones, but like in this post-pandemic new era of RIIZN, he's got to be the first or one of the few. Samurai says, "Will Japanese fans get bored of the gimmick quick?" Absolutely not, because as long as he comes in and makes weight, they will eat that up. Listen, Japanese fans love when American. I guess if his fights are as boring as short, he says 128-bit says, yeah, maybe that. But yeah, if he misses weight and all that, or does some, goes into a dog pound and says, hey, you want to eat the dog or whatever, some dumb shit like that, like Darren Cruikshank did, then yeah, then that's they'll turn on him pretty easily.
Also, another thing that Cafaro has a good sense of humor. So
that too, as well. He doesn't take himself seriously. Too many MMA fighters are like, that's the one thing I hate about MMA fighters is that, well, you have ones that like clearly have no problem like joking about shit, and then you have like ones that like think that they're fucking doing rocket science and they take their thing so seriously. He's like one of the few ones that has a great sense of humor. So yeah, hopefully more Cafaro. Ike says, "Oh, how much would you pay for someone to do translation? Some of my family members might be interested." Well, DM me. We can talk about this in the DMs. We'll talk about this later, Ike. So okay, next fight. That's I guess it's the fight of the quotation nicknames. Yanbo, Saika taking on Patrick Usami. By the way, Saika just fresh off a loss, losing the title, I think, from Pancreas. I believe he just lost that maybe a month ago. Not even a month ago. Let's see.
Doctor stoppage, I think.
Yes, Doctor. Oh, he didn't have he did not have the title. I thought it was for the title, but yeah. Yeah, I saw that cut. That was a pretty bad cut, and he's fighting 2 months. Okay, I guess it's okay. I hope. And then Usami, we know how this guy operates. He's a RIIZN regular. Both are strikers, actually. This should be a striker's delight, as good old Jay Wolf would say. Or it could be just a staring contest. That can happen. So yeah. What do you think about this fight? I'm sorry, thousands. Sarah says this fight sums up. My God. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, what do you think about this fight? Saika versus Usami.
Yeah, just like Sam said, it's a bizarre booking. But I do feel like they will exchange blows in the middle of the ring. But I think Usami has the advantage just because he's younger. And there's also a question about Saika's durability. Now he's aging. So I feel like Usami has the clear advantage in this fight.
Tisan, first of all, Tisan just gave a background on the amateur shuto, 70 kilogram. So the semifinal was Koyomi beat Majima, and then 2014 winner. It was Koyomi, Taichi Yamada, and then Majima. Okay. Oh, that same year, Jin Aoi won. What an interesting year. Tisan says, one YouTuber said Patrick Usami's father is rich because Usami's father is sponsor of Kichi Kunimoto. That would make sense because also both Usamis were educated in, I think, Canada. they went to university in Canada, I believe, or they were schooled in Canada. They both speak English as well, fluently. So yeah, listen, if you're rich in Japan, you're sending your kids off to learn English. That's usually how it is. So yeah, this fight could be good. It could end quickly, or it could be 3 rounds of pitter patter, peekaboo striking possibly. I hope not. You said that you picked Usami due to just because he's a little bit younger.
Yeah, younger, faster, and yeah, just because of that.
You know, I ha- my brain says yes, but my heart says Saika because man, every time that
Yeah,
Saika,
Saika is a manly fighter. He always gives his 100%.
yeah, and he's a do or die fighter. That's what I love about him. That he's do or die. He either gets, as you can see, like he gets choked out, knocked out. Yeah. Usami has had like 2 or 3 stinkers in RIIZN. The C1 Kim. Oh yeah, the fight in Korea was like whatever. Oh, the Shinji Sasaki fight. Oh yeah, his first fight at RIIZN, the Shinji Sasaki fight was not a good fight until it ended. I have to go with Saika, man. I'm a big fan of his. I think his striking. I think you're right. Usami's probably will win this, but man, I can never doubt Saika to just somehow get get that get that knockout, man. And it just comes out of nowhere. I would say Usami maybe is a little bit more telegraphed, but he has a power. While Saika is less striking is less telegraphed and maybe not as powerful though. I think. Would you are you agree with me, or do you think I'm absolutely insane?
Yes, you're right. Usami heavily depends on his boxing skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, Saika striking is like proper MMA striking. So,
Mm-hmm.
he could catch Usami off guard and catch him with something nasty and finish the fight.
I think it's a funny thing as well is that Usami still kind of fights like he still. I mean, I know his base is kickboxing, so he kind of fights like that. And it's like you said, it has more of an MMA striking. Doesn't grapple. I can't. I'm trying to think of every fight that Saika has had, and wow, I don't think if he's ever grappled, it may have been by like accident, possibly, because I can't recall him ever just willingly going for a takedown or something. But yeah, I've got to go with Saika. I love the guy. The guy's always exciting. Usami can be exciting, but we'll have to. I know, Sam. So, Kate Lotus player versus Kitty Perez. Can I just say I picked Kate to win? I'm not gonna say which one. I'm just gonna pick a Kate to win. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, Tausif? You're gonna get like maybe a sentence out of me.
It's a Kobe show, so they had to book a Lotus player, and this feels like since fight with Brenna, she's still looking for a big performance. So this feels like a showcase fight for her. And about Perez, I looked into her. Uh, my first impression was she just feels like a slower and older version of Bomi Lee.
That's really old then, because Bomi Lee is like, what is he, in her 20s or something? I think.
Yeah.
By the way, also I'll just say one thing that's slightly interesting. This is a fight that's not at atom weight. It is at catch weight. It's actually it's 112 pounds. So I think that's straw weight on the dot, I believe, or a little bit above.
Yeah, it's probably because it's a quick turnaround for Lotus, so they just bumped up the weight for her.
Oh, Sam, we got a rainbow. We got kind of a rainbow record with with Katie Perez. I don't know what this. I mean, yes, Kate Lotus player. I don't. I J Wolf. I'm not. I am not going to indulge in your weird shit. I am not even going to put it on screen. Uh Kate Lotus. If Kate Lotus loses this fight, Barra better come down like Antonio Inoki at that IGF show and start screaming at her, telling her, you get ready to learn deep jewels, gal." That's what I want to see if Kate Lotus player loses this fight. There should be no there should be no universe where Kate Lotus loses fight unless it's by some weird anomaly of like breaking her finger or a leg or something. Katie Perez might have grappling, but this is not grappling on a level of Oshima or Izawa or Kana or even Miyu Yamamoto. This is basic strawweight grappling. You should know what that you should just picture what that is. Kalo's player wins, and I cannot decide which fight will be worse, which could be worse, this fight or the kickboxing, the women's kickboxing fight. At least that'll be 3 minutes, 3 rounds. This can go all 3 rounds. I'll give the most compliment I'll give Kate Lotus player is she has improved immensely since she debuted in Deep Jewels Deep. Her striking is getting better. She's showing a lot more fluidity in her movement, and she's also just showing more well-roundedness. Super Anime King, that is a very interesting question. And how did Kate get to RIIZN? Her deep record was not good at all because she is hot, she is very good looking, and she sells lots of tickets by thirsty men who go to those Deep Jewel shows. She also would go to a lot of the fighters, they tend to leave right after because they just did their fight, they want to go home or whatever, or they just don't want to deal with the weirdo fans. I believe, and I think Charlie Jewett told me this. She would stay after and like meet and greet any fan who came up to her, sign autographs, take pictures. So she has a lot of goodwill with those D fans. And if you watch her videos, if you look at her videos on the Deep YouTube channel, they have some of the highest amount of views. And it's not because people want to see if she can do a Granby role in an MMA fight. Put it that way. Yes, she is selling out a packed Shinjuku face, which I think is now gone, unfortunately. R.I.P. Shinjuku face. Yeah, Sam. I'm sorry. Tausif. Who do you pick? Which Kate wins this?
I will just say that good luck to both of them. Put on a good show for us. But I will pick Lotus.
Okay, you could just say I pick Kate, and I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, I pick Kate.
Besides J Wolf, is there anybody in the chat? And I know a bunch of you already left when I started covering this. Is anybody unironically looking forward to this? I really need to know. Okay. Kind of continuing on with a meh. Shinobu Ota, Kintaro. Did you get a chance to see the Rise of Confessions that just came out that talked about this match, Tausif?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll watch it soon.
Okay. It's very interesting because Shinobu Ota says that his 2 goals are to become RIIZN champion and UFC champion. Another one with UFC dreams. 32 years old, 7-5, UFC dreams. UFC champion dreams, and maybe the toughest division. In the 135 is maybe the toughest division in all major promotions. But in UFC, it is probably the toughest. So
I mean, Ota recently trained with Billy Bigelow, so he could have brainwashed him. But yes, you can go to UFC.
Gee, well, because no one's gonna care about this fight we do not care. We do not care about Katie Perez. This fight is only there because they want to give Kate Lotus player a win, and also because they want somebody. So they just want to get her a win in Kobe, her hometown. This fight it's a meaningless fight, and it's whatever. Okay, so T-San has something interesting. Kate Lotus had a funny story at the Deep Office when Jobin, when Koshiro Matsumoto was there. Kate hated Matsumoto, so when Kate arrived to the office, Sayaki CEO wife put and hid Koshiro. Why does she hate him? Why does she hate Jobin? I know that Jobin has this weird kind of like cult like online thing where like he talks shit on like all these fighters saying he could beat him even though he doesn't fight anymore. But why does he hate her? Well, why does he hate her, him? I'm sorry. Why does she hate him, T-San? Ota versus Ilya is a dream match. If that match happened, it would be the first time someone would actually die in a UFC match. Anyway, Ota Kintaro, Ota Olympic Greco. No, sorry, not Greco. Yeah, Greco. No, I'm sorry. Is he Greco? Tausif? I forget. No, hold on. Shinobu Ota. But yes, taking on Kintaro. Hey, listen, I'll say this: ATT Kintaro he's heel hooking Chinese jobbers. Good. Oh yes, Greco-Roman. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. So also you'll learn that RIIZN Confessions as well that apparently his father owns a chicken farm. So another interesting fact from the RIIZN Confessions. Oh yeah. Oh, so Matsushima, Matsumoto, and Hosokawa make weird comments about women MMA fighters. Interesting. Superman Making says, "How is Kintaro still in RIIZN? This better be a loser leaves town match." Kintaro knows a lot of people. These are people that you maybe would not want to get on the bad side of. Let's just put it that way. He sells a lot of tickets. I know. Again, this is the dichotomy of like MMA here versus there. Kintaro, being from Osaka or being from the Kansai region, if he fights, his friends, his cohorts, they're gonna all come to see him fight. You're guaranteed to sell a good amount of tickets with him. Ryan Cafaro, if he's on a show in New Jersey, he's selling them maybe to his gym, to his friends and family, but like that's not a lot of people. Kintaro's fans and his people will come out every time. And yes, it is a Kintaro redemption arc. Oh, T-San says, reason Kate Lotus hates Matsumoto is that he always mentioned female MMA is not interesting content because not powerful. Oh, rare KO. Gotcha. Okay. So yes, Tausif, who's gonna snap their losing streak? Or I should say that Kintaro is not on the losing streak anymore. Whose redemption arc is gonna go forward? You think it'll be Oda's or Kintaro's?
This is a comeback fight for Ota. During that period, he had a hernia in his neck and torn his ACL while training. So this is a comeback fight, and he wants to use this fight as an opportunity to get his name back on the title fight race.
Mm-hmm.
And Kintaro is like after training with Kyoji Horiguchi, and he also had a win over the Chinese jobber. So people are thinking that possible career resurgence for Kintaro. But I feel like this could end up being a salty fight. Like the salt concentration in this fight is pretty high. So I feel like Ota is just going to just wrestle, control Kintaro, and just take him to a decision.
I think I should have done like a salty meter for the women's kickboxing fight. for the Joe Hiramoto fight and for the KD versus KD fight. I think this will definitely be a salty one. But here's the thing. I know how this fight's going to go, and you said it correctly. Ota is just he's going to take down Kintaro at will, probably hold him down. I don't know if maybe he'll get a submission, but if not, he's just going to be content with just holding down Kintaro and for 3 rounds, 5 minutes. If it go, this could be a Danny Sabato, Joji Goto level fight or type of fight outcome.
Also, the storyline for this fight is Ota currently is 0-2 against ATT fighters. So Kintaro is the 3rd ATT fighter he's facing. So that's the storyline. Like, Ota?
Go ahead.
Yeah, like, can Ota beat a guy representing ATT? This is a storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ota will finally get his win against an ATT guy. Kintaro, remember he had that? Do you remember a number of years ago he had like a back injury that caused him to pull out of a fight? I think it was against Hiramoto. And ever since then, I'm not going to say he was good before then, but ever since then, he has looked slow, plodding, whatever. Good on him for getting the win against a Japanese jobber. That was like, that was amazing. But lightning can strike twice.
Also a heel hook, which is impressive.
Yes, yeah. Samron says Kintaro might scrub more toilets than Shinryu at ATT. That's hilarious. Atisan has some more lore. Shinobu Ota as a kid, his father had a lot of debt because Shinobu needed to train far from home and travel to participate. Oh yes, because he grew up in a very rural part of Japan. I forgot. Was it Aomori? Aomori, I believe he's from. It's a very rural part of Japan that he grew up in. Kintaro just stands around the mats and hands out protein bars at ATT. So here's the thing. There was a video and it's no longer, and it got deleted, and I could have saved it. There's a video where Kintaro and Kouzi go to it's like one of those places where I guess you sell gold or you pawn a pawn shop. And Kintaro was arguing with the guy about the price of like his watch. I saw the video and it just, I think Kintaro deleted or Kyoji deleted. I forgot who uploaded, but it was.
The price of that watch was like around $25,000.
Okay, so you saw that too as well, Tausif. You know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what he's doing in Florida. He's selling his watches. He's selling his gold or whatever. Yeah, Ota wins decision. Yeah, nothing really much more to say about that. Though, listen, Kintaro should be a major underdog. And if I won't lie, if he does win, I will probably like stand up from my seat if that happens. Like that would be like amazing. Like that'd be funny if he heel hooks him. Now he becomes like an Imanari and he just heel hooks guys for wins. Okay. This one I am looking forward to. Ryo Takagai returning, taking on debuting Kaiwen Li, excuse me. Former UFC fighter, well, I guess road to UFC fighter as well. I believe he trains out of the UFC Shanghai PI. And this guy had like 1,000 like stints on the the road to UFC. Let me see. I'll get it up here.
Yeah, he was a semi-finalist and a finalist.
Yeah, right here. Semi-finalist, finalist. I think he had did he have a one-off? Oh, no. Yeah, no, this was part of it. Okay, yeah. Okay. And he got eliminated, obviously, and fought on a regional. Fought in one as well. Forgot about that as well. And has a win over Koya Kanda, former Deep champion.
Which I felt like he lost.
So he's an interesting tattooed gentleman. I don't know if the tattoos will increase stamina or strength. since he's not from the Kansai region. But and then Ryo Takagi, RIIZN regular, Pancreas title contender. I think he might have no. But fought mainly in Pancreas. Now is just fight one loss, two losses in RIIZN, and it's against Akimoto and Kolesnik. Two of the top guys in RIIZN. Made the best prospect now in Japan. So, what do you think about this fight, Tausif?
First of all, I'm very excited about Lee Kaiwen. By far the best Chinese signing by RIIZN.
Yes.
And he has a fan favorite style. Like the fans could look forward to the way he fights. I mean, he throws aggressive hooks. Like he's obsessed with hooks. And he comes from a wrestling background, which surprised me the most. Like he's a good wrestler, but just fell in love with striking. So he thrives in chaos, and that's another positive thing about him. The only negative thing I've seen so far about Kaiwen, that he's a controversial figure in China. So he gets a lot of hate from Chinese people. Like they just berate him with negative comments. And I tried to find out the reason for that. And I got this from a Chinese news website that just before the Keiichiro Nakamura fight, he uttered a few words from anti-Japanese war song. So he's a controversial figure. Says controversial things, but he has a fan favorite style. You can look forward to seeing him fight. And about Ryo Takagi, his last two fights weren't the best. He displayed a very conservative. He displayed a very conservative way of fighting, and this is a good opportunity for him to put on a serious performance and shut the critics down. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I think this is the best fight on this card, in my opinion.
Also, Sam, guess what? He is called China's Takanori Gomi. So I don't know. That is that. When you hear that, oh man, you can't. It's when you're called China's Takanori Gomi. Oh yeah, well that's. I mean, if it was Yushin Okami, I'd have to pick him immediately. No, without a doubt. Here's the thing: is that I have found that Ryo Takagi, he's Chinese Yuito Nyanekawa. Superman making has an interesting point. When it comes to one in Japanese fighters, people look at the guys the past few years like Takaru, Yuya, Sawada, and Aoki, but a lot of Japanese guys came and went to one. Yeah, because one was doing MMA regularly. RIIZN wasn't running shows. They were doing the various months. It was the biggest promotion. Also, one of his partner was Shuto. So if you were in Shuto, you basically got an open door to one to fight there. I forgot what it was called. Road to One. I think.
Yeah, Road to One.
Yeah,
Destiny type tournaments.
So a lot of those guys were Shuto guys that wound up going to one, and then just for the most part started fighting there. And then when one decided, hey, listen, we don't want to pay our MMA fighters anymore, they just held them on the contract. When their contract just finished, they kind of just went to RIIZN or back to Shuto or wherever. Yeah, that's the story of one. So ever since Takagi has since he's come to RIIZN, he's less. I don't know. I feel like he's lost power. A lot of his power in his striking, and he's no longer the fierce, dangerous striker I feel like he was at Pancras. Now maybe this is also the competition's gone up, but I don't feel like I just don't. He's not. When I just see him, I'm like, oh, this guy's just is not. You know, yeah, he's knocking out Taisi Nishitani. Okay, yeah,
Everyone does that.
yes, everyone does. And listen, choking out Koi Hagiwara, I mean that's like hydrogen bomb versus a sleeping
Also,
baby.
everyone does that.
Yeah. But like when we was facing like Akimoto, that fight, and then the Kolesic fight, and the terrible Miyake fight. By the way, Kisa Miyake is back and unretired. Even the Shuya Kimura fight, I don't want to say that he got a lucky strike in, and Rizin is weird with cuts and everything. So yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this Ryo Takagi is, and I don't think it's age. He's only 26. He's younger than Lee. Yeah, I think this might be the first time we see a Chinese fighter finally get a win in RIIZN. I'm gonna have to pick Lee on this, based on experience. Just better all around fighter. Like you said, his striking is he's a brawler. It says right here brawler. But he's not like dumb, just bleeds type of a brawler. He's also got a little bit of grappling that if he needs to use it, that may be his biggest strength, is that he can probably out grapple Ryo Takagi every which way. But how? Yeah. Did you say you're picking Lee as well?
He has a wrestling background.
Yeah, wrestling background. Yeah. And if he needs to fall back on that, so. Yeah, I'm picking Lee, the first Chinese fighter to beat a RIIZN Japanese fighter. You agree? Tausif?
The thing about this fight is the Kaiwen was involved in a lot of heavy brawl type fights. So you could question about his durability. Also, Takagi is a good counter striker, so there are possibilities that he might catch him. So
counter striking works. Here's the thing: if you're gonna fight like Lee does, counter striking is gonna usually may not work, because if you're expecting your opponent to just come in with basic combos, basic strikes, if Kaiwen Li is gonna throw more than Takagi can counter to, it's not, the counter is gonna leave him open in that case.
Yeah, Kaiwen is just going to come heavy with big hooks. Like, he loves throwing them. He'll just come in and just throw big, powerful shots.
I also like to say as well, the only people that have finished by like strikes, whatever, Fabricio Andrade, great fighter. That guy can knock out virtually anyone, and Martin Enwin as well. I was his career is a weird one, though. I mean, at one point it was probably elite, but definitely not elite anymore, I would say. But yeah, no. Chinese fighter, first time. Yes, Sever, he could knock out a horse. So yeah, getting knocked out by him is not, that's nothing to frown upon. No, I don't think he's China's El Kukui, Super Anime King. Okay. So I try to, with this next fight, I try to debate what I could possibly say about it. If there was anything I could offer that would be smart or insightful. And the honest answer is I absolutely have nothing to say. I couldn't think of anything. I could probably think of something for Katie Perez and versus Lotus player, or even the kickboxing match. I have no idea what to say about. First of all, hilarious. By the way, hilarious with that kick. That even though it's open weight, Tapology lists it as a super heavyweight fight. Still. Anyway, yeah, open weight, standing rule bouts. 10-ounce gloves are going to be worn. Hiramoto versus Kouzi. This fight was only put on here because they weren't selling tickets. So put on Hiramoto, who's Some say he's the second biggest draw. I would debate that. Versus Kouzi, who's obviously the biggest draw or one of the bigger draws from the Kansai region. I am so indifferent to this fight. I have no idea what to say about it. You wanna try to try to convince me to think differently, Tausif? You're more than welcome to, sir.
I like to be a positive-minded person, but it's getting hard, especially for this fight. Kouzi initially was offered MMA fights, but they quickly switched. They quickly offered Ren, probably just to sell more tickets. It's now standing bout rules open weight. And the only significance about this fight is just, Ren is back, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is not exhibition, right? This will actually go on. We'll actually have like a winner. Is that correct? I believe.
It's probably will go into his record.
Okay.
It's not exhibition.
I also wanted to say as well, one of my predictions was that Ren was not going to fight this year at all in 2026. And I am not counting this as part of that prediction. 100% this is, and also who knows what can happen. It's still a week out. This fight may not even happen. Shit can happen. But yeah, I mean, okay, I'm going to read some of the comments because I think people are saying much more intelligent stuff than I can.
Also, I just wanted to point one thing.
Yes.
About this fight that Kouzi rarely visits a gym. Like since his last fight, he was busy doing business, drinking. He also opened a new gym.
Getting into car accidents, drunk driving as well.
Yes, also that. So, no, it feels like an unserious fight. And the actual audacity to put this as a co-main is like bizarre.
Well, also, I get why they made it a co-main. It makes sense because all the Kouzi fans would probably leave, and the Hiramoto fans would all leave. If they had this like below intermission or right after intermission. So first of all, I thought Kouzi was going to MMA. First of all, Hiramoto is as far as I know still has those UFC dreams. He's doing his best Conor impression though by like not fighting in MMA, so I will give him the consistency on that. But I thought the Kouzi was kind of doing the MMA thing. I thought he was kind of all in on MMA. He was training with Aoki. He had the great fight with Catfish, the MMA fight. He had that great finish over Kota Miura. So I thought they were going to just have him kind of do MMA stuff. So I'm just, it's a baffling fight to make. And I know that the only reason why it was made was to sell tickets. There's nothing else about it. And they're going to be wearing 10-ounce gloves. We may not even get a knockout as well. I don't want to say that Ren Hiramoto as a kickboxer was never the strongest knockout guy, and neither was Kouzi. Kouzi's whole thing was that he never gets knocked down or knocked out. And Hiramoto is just karate style, whatever, whatever. So neither of them are knockout guys. So I don't expect a knockout to happen at all, especially in 10-ounce gloves.
Kouzi also mentioned that he no longer fancies MMA fights. So
okay.
That's why he just picked. He immediately agreed to a Ren fight.
Okay. Yeah, and also probably, if they're doing this fight on short notice, even if they were both doing MMA, they probably wouldn't want to take an MMA fight on such short notice. So, so there's a ton of comments. Let me get to the comments. 128-bit says that Kouzi brutally KOs him and forces Ren to pull out Super RIIZN. Super Anime no. So they don't call this boxing. They call it standing rules bouts. So it's not even full boxing rules, it's a weird like amalgamation of boxing. So I don't believe they allow the spinning back fist for these fights, I believe. And yes, there's kickboxing is not allowed. 3 minutes, 3 rounds, as you can see. City Life Project, by the way, thank you so much for joining. I loved your show yesterday. It was great to be with you in the PFL live stream. Yes, Ren is as much of a duck as Mokayev. And you say it's a useless fight that could be a banger. I don't know, man. I just don't. First of all, Ren wants to. If he's going to fight again this year, he's not going to want to take any little to no damage. Wants to take. Kouzi seems to be checked out of fighting just in general, like Tatsuya said. So I don't know. This could be a glorified sparring bout, unfortunately. Super Anime King says second biggest draw doesn't need to mention Mikuru Azakura every 5 seconds on a pre-fight build against an opponent that isn't Azakura. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. Why would let's see. Super Anime King asks why would 2 former kickboxers choose a straight boxing match? Well, this was probably offered to them. They were and RIIZN wants Ren to fight again this year. If this work could be kickboxing. There's a danger of the legs, injuries of legs, getting a head kick that will put you out. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, those are possibilities. This just negates less damage for Ren, basically. Kouzi head kick KO, Samron says. 120 bits Cena couldn't get him out of there. Jay Wolf. Let's see what wisdom you have. Ren is already announced to be fighting on Super RIIZN 5 in September. Drew stays out of the loop on RIIZN News. Drew's never getting the Mystic title again. Yeah, well, I mean, if he doesn't get injured, man, and, if he doesn't get injured in this match or outside, you know how many times we hear about Ren coming back and he doesn't fight? So he's got to take a fake fight to placate, to just remind people that he's still around. Don't forget, this fight, he hasn't been active in RIIZN for almost an entire year, man. Ren gets no love or sympathy for me at all. And I do not believe he'll be fighting on Super RIIZN 5 until he's actually fighting in the ring, man. He could say everything he wants. T-Sound says that Kouzi's YouTube got banned because he had fake subscribers. I guess he was having bots subscribe to his channel. Oh, that info came from Kouzi YouTuber. Oh, that come from Ren's Twitter. Okay. That could be bullshit, though. Ren does bullshit a lot. And Sam, I have no idea what he's 128 bits. I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you have a winner for this Tausif? You have a winner? Are you picking a winner?
I'll pick Hiramoto via decision.
The best thing that could possibly happen is if Kouzi were to knock him out. But I think we have a better chance of Kate Lotus player knocking out. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to see. I'm trying to think. I will say we have a better chance of Saika choking out Ryo Takagai than Kouzi knocking out Ren Hiramoto. But yeah, Ren's gonna win, and this fight will be a fight that will when we do RIIZN trivia sometime, we'll be like, wait, that actually happened. So we got yes, there it is. We have one more, friends. We have one more. The title fight. Ilkhom Nazimov, RIIZN lightweight champion, almost at featherweight, taking on the man with the veiny forehead, Luiz Gustavo, fresh off a win of Taisei Sakuraba. By the way, as well, I am not crazy in that it used to be RIIZN used to spell it as Nazimov, not Nozimov. So when I saw the poster, I was like, wait, I know that. Yeah, so it is not incorrect. It has been changed to Nazimov, just like Tofik was, and somebody else's. I think it was Shadolayev's name was also changed. Like, I think it was spelt with an O initially, or translated.
I think there are like 3 variations. There's Nazimov, also
yes.
Najimov.
Yes. Super Anime King says the one time he was right was saying Mikuru only won because Chihiro was injured. Chihiro fully healed would have finished Mikuru. I agree with that 100%, or at least would not have been as would not have been grapple fucked like he was. Sam Ross says Gustavo was the first guy to ever have abs on his forehead. Did you see Super Anime King, when you saw Gustavo versus Sakuraba, what do you think about his new physique? I'll say.
Yeah, he looked sturdier. Like I've never seen this jacked version of Gustavo. He's probably getting the good supplements from his local Brazilian pharmacy, or it could be the good old chicken, rice, and steamed broccoli.
It is Brazil, so it's probably acai.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah.
But go ahead. I'll let you give us your thoughts on this fight.
On paper, it's a striker versus striker matchup, but I feel like they're two very different strikers. Nazimov is more elusive, he's more refined, and he's a long-limbed striker. Like I think his reach is around 190 centimeters. I think it is, and whereas Gustavo he fights like a berserker, like moves forward, aggressive, brute-like strength, and now he has a new physique, which also helps him. So yeah, that's my thoughts about this fight. It will be exciting. I see a finish, a guaranteed finish in this fight. It won't go all 15 minutes.
Yeah, right. Just for people for freedom units, that's 75 inches reach that Nazimov has versus Gustavo's 79-inch. Wait, sorry, I'm sorry. 70-inch reach. Excuse me. So, yeah. Interestingly enough, Nazimov has only been knocked out once, and it was that weird like 5-second KO. Did you ever see that fight that he got knocked out in 5 seconds?
Yeah, the Kazakh just he caught the kick and just threw a shot on his dome, and he just crumbled.
Yeah. Kind of almost. It was almost a mirror of the what you would call it, the Gustavo Satoshi one. Or because no, Satoshi yeah, he threw the wait, hold on, did Satoshi throw the kick and then he and Gustavo caught him? I'm trying to remember. Or was it vice versa? Does anybody remember that? Or am I having another Mandela effect? Yeah. What is this? Superman Making said, what I find funny is the accusations that Ren is on steroids. What kind of garbage steroids is he on? His dude is screwed. He's so flimsy that he looks like he's on reverse steroids. Well, the guy who supposedly who gave him steroids, Yukinori Akazawa, who fights, he was having a fighting deep coming up. Supposedly, he gave him the steroids. Now, this guy, Akizawa, trained at George GSP's camp in Quebec and kind of implied that he got him there. Now, this guy was a tiny, or I should say tiny, but he was like 170, 185. Whatever happened to whatever steroids that Akizawa took backfired, because now Akizawa is just fat. He just like mass, like he looks like the Michelin Man almost. It didn't have the same. It didn't have a muscular effect. It just made him like it just like inflated him, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he now looks like a blob with massive chest.
Yeah. Okay. Satoshi just ran forward. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I was thinking of I don't know which fight I was thinking of that I was getting confused with. Tisan. So yeah, the Rising Confession video. They also talk about Nazimov Gustavo. Gustavo said he kept refusing other organizations during COVID time. because before his father was killed, Gustavo promised his father, "I will make my name in Japan," because his father loved Pride. That's the organization, Pride. Just to so we're not getting confused. It's also here's the thing. Steroid. Okay, steroids don't make you like they. If you abuse steroids, then yeah, you look like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. You look like a pro wrestler from the days if you abuse them. But we have science now where people can take steroids, I guess, safely, and you're not gonna just like you're not gonna be like the Ultimate Warrior or anything. It's cycling. I think the term is cycling that they call it, where you can actually where it's and you're not gonna look like you're a regular steroid user. Because also steroids they're there to repair muscles as well, and help with other performance as well. It's not just muscular and strength. There's other things it can do. And
Yeah,
depending on
there are a lot of steroids which helps with recovery.
yeah. Now, if you're just shooting, if now a little, if you watch the Hulk Hogan documentary, you watch any documentary about 80s wrestlers. Okay, these guys are shooting up like it's fucking candy. So yeah, you're gonna look like that. I know it's funny because there are fighters who there was some fighter I remember. I'm trying to remember who. What was it? Talia? What was it? I mean, the Talia Santos just came like apparently said that just like ratted out her husband recently. Like, oh yeah, he's a bodybuilder, so he takes steroids. So like, yeah, if you look at a bodybuilder like her husband, sure, he's definitely on steroids. But if you take them in a safe way, you can still look like if you look at Cyborg, it changed her body, it changed her facial structure, it changed her voice as well.
Also, I don't want
Gabby Garcia, a certain Japanese fighter who I don't want to name, who could possibly sue me if I say her name, but let's just say it rhymes with Min Nakai or Min Makai, I'll say. So
yeah, we are avoiding Master Usami.
Yeah. Yes. Allegedly, again. Allegedly.
Yes,
so
yes.
So Ren could be just doing the cycling, or it could just be shit steroids. But yeah, I don't know if I don't want to speculate if he actually took them or not, or he's done cycling. But yeah, he's
also recently there are a few synthetic steroids, like
yes,
a weaker version.
Yeah,
that can mimic the performance.
Yes. Oh, T-San also says that Nazimov loves the Japanese the tuna mayo. That's a sake mayo onigiri. Yeah, he was eating like a bunch of them, and like one of the I think after one of his fights, he just like ate like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So yeah, I'm gonna say this: Gustavo fights brazenly, like you said. He's dangerous at any point as long as he can throw. The thing is that I think Nazimov is just a more well-rounded striker. He's not going to fall into a trap of I'm going to just let this guy just throw and connect with me. I think Nazimov will fight smart. I don't know if Nazimov will try to engage grappling. He's not much of a grappler, but I would say his grappling may be better than Gustavo's. I know Gustavo is a black belt, but yeah. Also, 120-bit says a great point. Gustavo's chinny. He's a chinny guy. If he gets hit, he can maybe not get knocked out, but he can get knocked down. So yeah, I just have to say that I think Nazimov is going to win this. I think you're right, Tausif. I think he's definitely going to. I think he'll finish Gustavo.
Yeah, he's just more elusive and
that range as well. You brought up a good point about the range and the reach as well.
And also, Nazimov has a weird foot movement, which may disrupt Gustavo's tempo. Like he may feel uncomfortable going in range with Nazimov. So, yeah, I feel like Nazimov has, he could just finish him within round 2.
I know. We comments in the Discord about Nazimov being he's like a back foot fighter, but that's worked. That's worked with every fight that he's been in RIIZN so far. The Jarvis Daya fight, his first fight in RIIZN. The fight he just had, with before the Satoshi fight. I'm forgetting Suguru Ni. The Sora Yamamoto fight was Sora Yamamoto kind of lost that because he just diving for the legs. But yeah, I know Nazimov's striking is a little bit weird. And if
Yeah, he has a gangly movement. Like he's
yes,
like dangling around, moving forward.
yeah, it's classic. What was it? I think he's Tiger Muay Thai. It's classic Tiger Muay Thai type of striking, from that camp. And I know if this were maybe like 2006, 2007, 2008 Pride, maybe that evil evolution Thai or gym that he's from, Gustavo wins. But no, I think Nazimov will successfully defend the title in this fight. 3 fights. Are there any other? I'll say this: are there any 3 fights that you're looking forward to the most, Tausif?
Of course, the main events. Secondly, it will be Takagi versus Kaiwen. And thirdly, I think Cafaro versus Matsushima.
So yeah, I agree. Main event, Cafaro Matsushima. Do I want to be a dork? Do I just want to be like the worst person ever and say Kate Oyama versus Katie Perez? I don't know if I want to even go. I don't even know if I can even successfully joke about that. I think I'll be a little bit. I'll be a little outlier and say Daiki Lightyear versus Genji Umeno because I'm very eager and curious to see how Genji Umeno goes up against an actual seasoned MMA fighter. So I'll just say that just to be a little bit different. But I'm still looking forward to Takagi and Li. I'm very interested to see what Li will bring to RIIZN and maybe be the first successful Chinese fighter to come into the promotion. I apologize. I did not ask you this before, Tausif. By the way, we still have a little bit of time for Q&A. If you got burning questions or anything or comments, we can still do that while we finish off the show. You have a Twitter, right? I didn't put it down I didn't make a ban for it, but what's your social Twitter X thing again?
Yeah, it's Tausif_74. You could, to the listeners, you could follow me for occasional tweets or shit posts. You could send me a message about your favorite Black Rose member. Yeah, that's it.
How do you think Playboy will do on his next fight?
He has a good chance of winning. Like the RIIZN managed to cherry pick opponents that Akada could beat. So yeah, he could have his first MMA win.
Oh yeah, he's never won. He's never won MMA. Yeah, not counting the breaking down stuff. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully he does. Interesting question from Bonjour M9M. One championship game plan for Japan after Takuru is gone now. Interesting question. Yeah, I think Super Anime King says it best. It's going to be Anpo versus Nordi. That's the biggest possible fight you can make in Japan right now. I guess for kickboxing, I'll say. MMA, honestly, nothing. I don't think there's nothing. It's zero. Yeah. What do you think, Tausif? It's got to be Ampo versus Nori next. That's the only biggest fight I could think of that they could put on a show.
I think they won't fight each other, but they do have fights on the next Samurai show.
Oh.
You don't think
yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that they won't fight each other, but they will have fights on that card. And about uh, the the previous comments that after Takeru, yeah, it will be interesting that how they will fill their shows. Like a few people were joking that it could be Nadaka, like they could book Nadaka for every event. Uh, but I don't think he has the star power to carry a show.
No, he does not. He does not. Well, I was gonna say Yoza, but he lost to Haggerty. I don't know. Yoza, unless they did a rematch with Haggerty and Yoza, I don't know who they would put Yoza next with. Because he's the next. He's probably the next. Now the top retired. He's the biggest name from Vasilius probably now.
Yeah, Yoza and Noi. One was banking on like a Yoza win, but unfortunately, like he didn't do like he didn't do good or bad, but it's just a pretty average performance.
Mm-hmm. So bonjour. Ren loses. So even if Ren were to lose this, it doesn't matter because it's a 10-ounce glove boxing match. So Ren's gonna fight MMA next for Super RIIZN, no matter what. If he loses this, it doesn't matter. That's why I'm slightly suspicious that it's either if it's not exhibition now, I think it'll be exhibition later. I think. Unless RIIZN is 100% confident that due to Ren's, Ren being more active, motivated, bigger. Also, that's another thing, bigger than Kouzi. That he's just gonna win like all 3 rounds and all that. Yeah. So it's no matter what happens, Ren will fight that unless he gets a devastating injury that might. Depending on what injury, it could be he'll unless it's something like that, then he'll be fighting in September. I'm seeing Hirata versus Falcatu. Itsuki Hirata. I mean, she might be the biggest Japanese star for one at this point, to tell you the truth. I don't know about Sawada. Ampo is definitely the biggest Japanese star they have right now. I don't know who I know they may not fight each other next, but I don't know yet. They'll definitely be on the next card, or at least one of them will be. Sawada has to also challenge for the belt, and who's the other one? I'm forgetting the other Japanese woman who's also on that. There's Sawada and tell us who's the other Japanese woman? There's Hirata, Sawada, and do you remember the other Japanese woman?
I don't. I like used to be.
Miura, Ayaka Miura. That's the other one I'm thinking of. So that's it. Yeah. So it's basically it's Hirata. Actually, probably Hirata's because she gets all the thirsty guys to tune in. So according to Ratri, some people, One Samurai 2, Nori and Ampo both showing up but not fight each other. Okay. Bonjour. Also, do you feel RIIZN will let Ren and Mikuro fight for the next Super RIIZN, or are they wanting to fight to big enough to fill the national stadium that carries 80,000 seats? I think they're going to save it for the next Super RIIZN show. I don't know if Ren and Mikuru can sell 80,000 seats. I don't know if they could come close, but I don't know if they can sell. I don't know if they can sell out the Tokyo Dome. They know that for a fact, and the Osaka Dome and the whatever the other one. They can sell out those like easily. That going to 80,000 seats, that could be tough. The other risk and listen, this is with Ren, this guy opens a door, he turns a knob, and he gets injured. So I would err on the side of caution to just not do the National Stadium, just in case if Ren gets injured, because that would be absolutely devastating to book National Stadium and then Ren gets injured like a week or two before. T-San says that newspaper media talk about anyways next match might be the National Stadium possibly, since even Tokyo Dome tickets are hard to get by sponsors. Okay, interesting. But yeah, going back to you, Bonjour. I think they're definitely Mikuru Ren unless something happens right now, or something happens that prevents that fight from happening. Okay. Oh yes, and then let me get your thing back up, Tausif. Tausif 74, so you can bother him. He's a great guy. I appreciate you doing this show, especially at the time that you're at, Tausif. Before we go,
after this show, I'm going to get some breakfast and get caffeinated.
Okay. I'll just quickly go through run through things. RIIZN.TV this weekend, May 10th. You can check out the RIIZN 53 subscription or buy Singiri as a pay-per-view. Please also like this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm at 900 subscribers. The goal this year is 1,000. Excuse me. Is 1,000 subscribers this year. You'll make me a happy man if I achieve that. So please, if you're not subscribed, please do that. Also, follow the Twitter. We are RIIZN Pod. It's easy to find on the Twitter's X. And also, please, Discord, RIIZN FF, as you can see right there. Join the Discord. It's a bunch of great people, including Tausif as well. J-Wolf, Sam, 128 Bits. We all talk RIIZN MMA. We talk UFC, pro wrestling, all that good stuff. So please join the Discord. And last comment from Super Anime King. They want to do Nagoya at the National Stadium for 2027, but I think the next one is IG Arena Nagoya. Oh yes, but Black Combat Talk is banned. So keep that in mind. But yes, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
One more thing.
Sorry, go ahead. Yes.
Thanks for having me. Like, it's a new experience, to go from We Are RIIZN listener to a guest. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. And again, I appreciate you doing this at the time. Very early. I sincerely appreciate it. Yes, we'll do a recap show sometime whenever. I'll let everybody know when we do that. But again, like, subscribe, comment, and appreciate everybody's support. Join the Discord. And yes, enjoy the RIIZN show this weekend, everybody. Take care and have a great night.